tunaweza ongelea creating experiences kupitia sanaa, kupitia mziki. And we've had brief conversations regarding creating experiences, or this is for today, but tumeongelea creating experiences mara kadhaa, off record na on record. That is for sana kwa sana na kwa our reviews. Then kwa these same lives, hizo ni conversations that tumediscuss creating musical experiences, na tumeshare ideas nyingi sana kuhusu the same. We can expound, na nasema expound juu nimeiongelea earlier today, tumediscuss leo kidogo na watu wangu. Tunaweza expound on Shin City and the concept that is Shin City. Angalia video ya Nyashinski, best ya your daddy K9. Sifu Bwana, amen. Ukiona hiyo video ya promo ya Shin City, which tunamaliza nayo, uliona hiyo boardroom pale wakistress. Wakikaa hapo, Eba alisema walionyesha tu video fulani ya watu msalembe wachukua phone. Tuonesha tukikaa hapo stressed. Brainstorm kuhusu hii kazi tunafanya. So and the entire team, again it goes back to kile nimesema, Nyashinski ni msanii mwenye akona resources za kufanya hii kitu. Nyash can literally do this. Nimemkumbuka when I've mentioned Midnight Train, nakumbuka how alifanya pia promo ya release ya Lucky You, debut album yake, released in April of 2020, again time ya corona. Shows ilikuwa cancelled a month before, waka come up na something, waka perform live, and the quality of the live and the stream was on point. Ilikuwa on Facebook, ilikuwa on YouTube. The video is non-existent. Another thing yenye napendea Nyash, hiyo kukua scarce na upati watu tu vitu hivi. You could have watched the video within the first 24 hours, I think, but walitoa, I think waliweka private. But hiyo ni kitu fulani that na enjoy from him. Hiyo ilikuwa a moment whereby you either were there live or you missed it. And sometimes vitu ka hizo ni important. Ni you make something, as what Baba was saying, ni very niche based. You make something so exclusive that kama hukukua au kukua, you're not focusing on popularity. But najua it's so hard for us kuto focus on popularity, but sometimes ni important sana. Unafanya something so exclusive, kama hauko, and that's it. And it even builds more curiosity na intrigue for kile unafanya. So after Nyasha alitoa video nyingine hapo yake live show. So this is in April 2020. I came across this randomly. Nakumbuka ilikuwa na Sunday that Nyash is live. I watched that show. Yo. we mziki ilifungwa mbaya sana. Then kile ili happen after your live, Glory from the album, the trap sounding song, ili premiere, and then the album came out. That was done well. Something that nimeona pia Sauti Sol ufanya and other major artists. Calligraph amefanya for Invisible Currency, Nyash alifanya for Like You. They released those singles pia on YouTube. Wanaziaka YouTube pia, I think it's based on an accessibility thing. So Sauti Sol records zao, kama they have videos ziko YouTube, if the audios ziko YouTube. Calligraph, Invisible Currency iko YouTube. Nani Nyash pia for Like You zote ziko YouTube. Hiyo ni kitu pia nili notice, and you keep that convo going, make the album accessible na vitu kama hivyo. But hiyo pia the live show, just ilikuwa prime time, just a month into coronavirus na shows na gatherings kutokubaliwa anymore. Nyasha anasema akona live, pia alikuwa na snippets za videos wakipractice, akisema it's 2 days to the show ni leo. Hiyo pia ina build hiyo momentum. The show happened on Sunday. Hey. And then Glory ikadrop, album ikatoka. I have heard kuhusu Shin City. I do not think I have read or watched Shin City. I don't think so. Bruce Willis 205. No. So there is Shin City yenye inakuja this April, 2 years after Nyash kwanseme Nas drop a release debut album yake Lucky You. The first time I knew about Shin City, I thought it's an album, and I even asked kama ni an album and a release, whether the title is the same or not ni story ingine, but that's what I thought first. So nilikuwa najiambia interesting, 2 years later your follow up to Lucky You. Okay, interesting, amazing. Ni April once again, very brilliant. Alisema amewatch that short clip ya kuipromo. Possibly there might be others, possibly kuna zingine zinakuja. Najua of a video director and videographer whom I was with a few weeks back, aliniambia they were having conversations kuhusu kufanyia Nyash those promotional videos for that, but it didn't go through, so hawafanyi kazi pamoja. Kuna other people responsible for that, but for Shin City, Nyash anasema this is something dear na special kwake, and it's finally happening. And from tokea.com, this is still kuhusu experiences. Kuna not would I say futuristic with the buildings and how the aesthetic looks like. And then Nyasha kopale, the buildings iko na lights juu, then kuna hizi billboards ama ni banners zinasema welcome to Shin City. Irauka alikuwa anasema he really hopes kutakuwa na idea ya Shin City embedded in the concept. As usual, tunajua vile Wakenya hufanya kazi wasanii, sijui if that will happen. Iko na some elements of futurism and sci-fi to some extent, but ni yeye ako pale and amekaa hivi, and then ana welcome to Shin City. Sijui what the performances will be, what songs, possibly some songs from his previous album or his previous releases, but nilikuwa nafikiria this will be, kutakuwa na a lot of new music being performed. I presumed ni album mpya ana release. Sitakuwa surprised if ata release an album or a visual after this happens. So Nyashinski officially invites you to join him as he opens the gates to Shin City on April 16th, 2022 at the Carnival Grounds. Shin City is the fictional brainchild, so that is something exciting, of Nyashinski that will provide an opportunity for fans to immerse all their senses in an incredible collaboration of music, experiential, and storytelling. Kuna something here that Nyash ana promise, na amesema it's a fictional idea. Then grab your early bird ticket, zilishaisha. Early bird zilikuwa 2.5, sold out. Sahi ni 3k, couple 5.7. K9, are you still here? Yes, K9 unaweza share na your daddy for your show. Unaweza mwambia mwende date. Goat tickets 8k, yani VIP. Group of 4 11k, general admission. Group of 8 20k. Yo, inika $190 $190 something dollars. Rent yangu ya mwaka mzima kwa hii single room ya sana kwa sana. Disclaimer, you are bound to have an experience of a lifetime. Shin City, number 2, production intends to use stroboscopic lighting displays that could potentially trigger seizures for people with photosensitive epilepsy. So that is Shin City. Irauka, out of 1 to 10, how much of Shin City do you think will be kwa hii project? Tunaona hiyo the noir and then the red too. Irauka yo yo ya watu ni wabaya sana huku nje. Msa amesema tu zero nunge na disrespectaje goti hivi bana. This is Shin City. Nimeisikia but I've not watched Shin City. After the description you've read. Yo, but amesema storytelling, experiential storytelling. Amesema ni fictional brainchild, collabo ya music na storytelling. What do you mean? Anyway, ukiwatch the video on YouTube, amesema ni kitu special na anataka from the moment you get in unapata an experience hujaipata before. Na amesema na hope itafungua doors for the people wenye wata go towards that direction ama wana wish kufanya hizi ideas. So this is Shin City. Mnaweza ona the red here, the noir, the black. You can see the aesthetic. You can see the font aesthetic, alafu aesthetic ya the color. You can see. So you're in Shin City, especially this one. Given as I mentioned Shin City, I think it's an obvious reference, so I don't think lazima mention the reference, but Edna nasema walisema they've worked on this concept for months. I think based on Irauka's kind of art yenye anapenda na yeye kukuwa mtu technical to the level ya detail, I don't think that would ile detail ya following a particular story and concept ya Shin City, siko sure that would be it, but we can only know once the experience is out. Ningependa sana ku experience this idea. This is Shin City here. So unaweza na hiyo aesthetic going on. Shin City in the same idea. So it's an obvious reference, and I think it's only right if you do it justice na uko na something to do with this Shin City. Shin City is a 2005 American neo-noir crime anthology film produced and directed by Frank Miller and Robert Rodriguez. It is based on Miller's graphic novel. Much of the film is based on the first, third, and fourth books in Miller's original comic series. 4 individuals cross paths when they try to solve their personal problems and fight violence and corruption in the wretched town of Basin City, Washington. So will these ideas be executed or highlighted or hinted on? I really wish tungejua. I am curious sana kuona the execution. K9, Edna, Babo, lastly, ataka mtaenda. Any expectations? Not really expectations, but pia what are your projections kuhusu what the show is about? Edna ametuambia walisema they worked on this. I think pia kwa the video alisema ni kitu wakiwakia, but based on the description na Nyash kusema hii ni kitu dia kwake, anadai kupatiana an experience of a lifetime once you get to the venue up until time unatoka. Based on this information that you have, mnadhani experience ita involve nini, or what are your projections regarding anything kuhusu Shin City? One thing pia nitasema as you give your responses, Nyash ni an artist who is invested, as asema, kwa kupatia watu experiences. That was Lucky You 2020 ilikuwa an experience, so this isn't a surprise at all, na kuona hiyo intention yenye akonayo for Shin City. This is a city literally, and umeplay na set design from the moment unaingia and unafeel umeingia Shin City, and it's another world wamecreate uko ndani that can be brilliant and magical and the way una move from place to another, kuna an intention vile wamepanga hiyo place na movements za watu kwenye stage iko and the performances that will happen there. I'm thinking that would be very, very amazing, and that's the thing that maybe naweza sema ningetarajia, just kukuwa keen na meticulous kuhusu hiyo arrangement ya the design hata bila before the music, then now the creativity ya uandishi itai into the city, itai into places in the city, and ikwe story based and everything is connected. This would be insane. Yo, if you know people who need creative directors, I am jobless, tafadhali nipatieni wera. Wanasema naonanga hizi tweets na comments, people who mention you in big rooms. I am of a small single room, mention me in big rooms. Nilikuwa nadhani hata include vitu kama virtual reality, venye alianza kupromo, but maybe not think too far. I'm waiting for the other videos za kuipromote. I'm sure there are more forthcoming before 16th. Nangoja kuona. Sijui what direction they've gone with the videography and storytelling as their promotion. Let's just wait and see kila watafanya nayo. Then Baba alikuwa anasema, I haven't experienced enough of Nyash to know what to expect, so I wish them well. My expectation, this is from K9, ni apatie fans wake kitu ya kuongelea for decades plus a little security. Security muhimu, mtu asilipe hiyo do yote alafu bas mtu atoke hapo bila simu na self esteem juu mmelipa 20k alafu security mmekulwa matenje, but ni Shin City. Anything can happen.